Not long after midnight on December 15th, 2022, officers forced entry at 34-year-old Brent Alsleben's apartment door in New Auburn, Minnesota.
Over your ass, right here! He's lighting, he's lighting.
Get on him. Get on his back. Got a knife.
But who was Alsleben, and what were officers doing at his apartment in the middle of the night?
Proof once again that cops and ambulances and people, they have no feeling. They're absolutely insubordinate. They're treasonous even.
The events leading up to that night began earlier on December 14th. Concerned for Alsleben's mental well-being, his parents called 911 requesting officers check up on their son, who was suffering from paranoid delusions.
Sibley County Sheriff.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
So basically, I'm just trying to get somebody else here to try and talk to Brent
Okay.
to convince him he doesn't want to talk to law enforcement.
Okay. Should I have, I better have rescue come, just to stand by, because I think that's a policy.
Yeah, probably.
And then I'll page an ambulance. Should I page an ambulance? I'll page an ambulance out of Glyco. That's where they come from.
Yeah, and hopefully they can talk to him and convince him to come in. He's locked himself in the bedroom.
Okay. I will.
There were weapons,
help
but we removed them.
No weapons?
Yeah, there was, but they're gone now.
Okay,
He might have them in his room. I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, be careful. Bye.
Deputies from the Sibley County Sheriff's Office, along with EMTs, arrived at his apartment to check in.
I'll make some food. But only you can come in. Right? I'm gonna make some food, yeah. So, you're the only person that can come in, though, right? I'm trusting you.
The officers kept talking to Alsleben from outside the apartment for several hours, but eventually he stopped responding.
I'm coming forward with you.
Sheriff's office, buddy, you've got to stop this. Please come out with your hands up.
There's still flames.
We're here to help, Brent. You've got to stop this.
As night fell, he still refused to come out, and more officers were called to respond. By midnight, 3 Hutchinson police officers and 2 McLeod County deputies arrived at the scene. They forced open the door but did not enter, calling for Alsleben to surrender. There was no response, and the officers couldn't see inside.
I got zero bills. It's nothing but smoking enough. Smoking fire extinguisher.
Hey, turn the water main back down.
Tell fire to bring a line up.
Here you go. Brett, show me your ass! Do it now! Contact. Show me your ass! Do it!
Officers saw what looked like a fire starting in the apartment. Fearing for Alsleben's safety, the officers decided to enter.
We're here to help, Brent. You've got to stop this. David.
Inside, they found him lying on the floor, holding a large hunting knife. As they tried to take him into custody, a struggle broke out. Alsleben slashed one of the officers with the knife, and deputies tried to subdue him using tasers. But they were not effective. Still armed, he began to stand up. Then 3 Hutchinson officers fired their weapons, killing him.
I got zero bills. It's nothing but smoking here now. Smoking fire extinguisher.
Hey, turn the water main back down.
Tell fire to bring a line up.
Here he comes. On the ground.
Brent!
Show me your ass! Do it now!
Contact.
Show me your ass! Do it! Show me your ass right here! He's lighting it!
Get on him. Get on his back. Got a knife. Drop the knife! Shots fired!
Officer Taylor Fenrick, with 17 years on the force, fired his duty pistol. Officers Philip Melke and Tyler Schmeling, who had 9 and 8 years of experience respectively, both fired their patrol rifles. 2 other deputies discharged their tasers during the confrontation. None of the initial responders from the Sibley County Sheriff's Office were involved in the use of force. Following the shooting, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension was called to investigate. Crime scene personnel recovered a large knife from the apartment, which can also be seen in Allslaben's hand in the body camera footage. The Hutchinson officers involved in the shooting were placed on administrative leave while the investigation unfolded. In a recent interview with WCCO TV, Allslaben's parents said mental health professionals should have been on scene. He was suffering from paranoid delusions due to his bipolar schizoaffective disorder, they said.
I don't know that I could come back from watching my son get shot.
Contact. Show me.
Newly released body camera footage, too painful for two Minnesota parents to watch. Their adult son was shot and killed by law enforcement while he was having a mental health crisis nearly 2 years ago.
They were the ones who called 911 to get him help, and now they're calling for change.
Brent Allslaben's parents were outside when, back in 2022, several law enforcement officers made their way into his apartment in New Auburn.
Allslaben's mother said they warned officers before they went inside.
Show me your ass. Do it now. Contact. Show me your ass.
She grabbed a SWAT officer and said, this is my baby boy. Don't kill him. He just needs help.
They say it's been difficult to cope, and the videos released show only a piece of what happened that day.
The escalation was unacceptable and unnecessary.
Tara and Jay Sykes have not seen the footage of Brent's final moments.
I don't know that I could come back from watching my son get shot.
Videos tell such a small part of Brent's story.
Brent's parents say there should have been mental health professionals on scene, a failure they feel cost their son his life.
Not anti-police. We are pro mental health.
Because Brent had a knife and an officer was stabbed, the Sibley County attorney determined the use of deadly force was justified.
In March 2023, the Sibley County attorney found the 3 officers who opened fire were justified in their use of deadly force, writing that the officers involved were reasonably put in immediate fear for their lives and the lives of others, and the use of force was necessary.